full of weirdos coming to your city, sending bass into your earlobes like your bleached out hairdos. We glowing in the dark, got the spark, about to flare the fuse. That's just how we do. Geronimo, parachute, skydiving off your parents' roof. Saw the magician's assistant in half like who the are you? Who the are you? Who the are we? We be the
I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams who need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Bills going up against the Raiders. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, apart from a 13-year gap in L.A., we are at the home of the Raiders since 1966. But how much longer will they be playing football in Oakland, California? Tonight, we've got an AFC matchup on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the Oakland Raiders. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They come out here in the eye. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. And here's our first look today at this offense.
And let's start with LaShawn Shady McCoy, their star running back. He can do everything. Run it inside, get to the perimeter, and, of course, catch it out of the backfield.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Quickly now the starting 11 for the Oakland defense.
Reggie Nelson is a safety who prides himself on being a ball hawk, but at times will guess and sometimes give up the big play.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and 4th down coming up.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Fielded just inside the 20. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Raiders will take possession. So the D-line's going to spread out. Throwing on first down is Carr. Throw left side to the tight end Walford. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And Mr. Cooper, Amari, a headliner in this offensive unit.
Brandon, it's rare that you get guys so polished coming out of college, but Amari Cooper has carried himself like a pro probably since he was 6 years old. He is a terrific talent.
He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. After that man, Crabtree just finished his 8th NFL season. Of course, the first 6 in San Fran, last 2 with the Raiders. Barely topped the 1,000-yard mark, but he did 1,003 this season. It's
been interesting to watch the career arc of Michael Crabtree, because you remember when he came out of college, came out of Texas Tech, he was seen as a pure #1 receiver. Many thought he was going to be a future All-Pro. But he settled in as the #2 guy in Oakland, and I think that's been great for him. Taking the pressure off of Amari Cooper and making plays himself.
Here's the 11 starters on defense for Buffalo, and the new coaching staff really coming in. They can look at 2 numbers, kind of yin and yang. They're good against the pass, 6th in the league, 29th, though, against the run.
Well, if you look at this new coaching staff, that has taken over in Buffalo and traced their...
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
All right, here we go. Red 18.
Now, Carr again. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
We ready? Wide 88. Wide 88.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
And now out come the Bills. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got time. He's going to launch this thing way down. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 75 yards. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Here's Carr to throw. Going for the deep ball. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. And it's 3rd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Murray had the 1,000-yard season in 2015. Followed that up with 788 last year. Now also in the mix in Oakland, you had Washington, you had Richard. How do you see this backfield playing out going forward? I
think you'll see a similar combination going forward. I think that's one of the reasons that he dropped from a 1,000-yard runner to 788 because they had other options. You're able to bring in Washington, Richard. They can use different plays for those guys, a lot of versatility, and really upgrade their offense with an infusion of speed. But Latavius Murray, I think he'll still continue to be the lead guy out of that trio.
Second down following the incompletion. Again, we'll see the pistol here. From midfield, here's Carr. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Ready to go. And now a first down following that long gain. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Carr to throw on second down. Here's Wolford over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. For McCoy this year, 5th time in his 8-year career that he's topped the 1,000-yard mark. Charles, first time he's done it with the Bills, though, finished with 1267.
And he's the type of player that you can build around. And what I mean by that is, as a runner, as a pass catcher, he does a little bit of everything, and he opens up the offense for everyone else around him, the complementary players. But he's a guy, heavy-duty ball carrier, and also get him in space, and he can break people down.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Shift together here from the D-line. On second down, Taylor. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Taylor with a give to McCoy. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Three yards to go here on 2nd down. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Watkins alone on the left side.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Two minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. 7 yards to go on 2nd down. They come out here in the I. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bruce Irvin from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Second down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. A good pickup there of 22. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
On 2nd and 10 now. Watkins alone on the left side. A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught. Watkins. Touchdown, Buffalo. Sammy Watkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Connects it to Roberts, right side. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Brought in by Walford, right side. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. One receiver to the left is Cooper.
We ready? Ready, nation!
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie? And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Hey, we're gonna rally. Zebra!
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Carr. And that's caught inside the 35. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes he...
And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. One receiver to the left is Cooper.
All right, here we go.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. This will be caught just inside the 10. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard. And it's 4th. Out is Janikowski now for the Raider field goal try. And Janikowski bangs it through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So that's their 3rd trip to the red zone, but all they have to show so far is 2 field goals.
Tough sledding in this game for the offense. They get to the red zone. Normally you count on a minimum of 3 points in each red zone trip. Not so far in this game.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go.
Time running out here on the play clock. Taylor. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Charles Clay is tight end, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And it's 4th down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Here's Colton Schmidt now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. Here's Colton Schmidt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 22. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point kicker. Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there. 42 yards. And the Raiders move back within a couple of the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Carr will look to throw. Surveying the field. And now he's going to go down. A big sack, and they're unable to tie it. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep here for Watkins. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 75 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Back now in the East Bay. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And some space here. And a cut to the sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Latavius Murray, 73 yards. And the Raiders are back within a score. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And here come the Bills. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders. And this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The play clock's running down. Now Taylor to throw on second down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A good pickup there, a 22. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out here in the eye. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Play clock winding down. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Malcolm Smith there for the stop.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. Time running out here on the play clock. 1 man in the backfield. That's McCoy. Now Taylor. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now it's 2nd and 7. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll go again to McCoy. They find some open field here. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They come out here in the eye. McCoy. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the two tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see two tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Now McCoy. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
To throw is Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.